So I made a news update video when this first happened, but I wanted to get all the facts to explain the story of how this happened to Jota and everything that's come out. And now I can give you guys the story of what happened to Diogo Jota in this situation. It's safe to say the football world have been in complete shock over the last 24 hours and absolutely devastated. Diogo Jota and his brother Andre died in a car crash. So approximately 12:30 AM local time is when this incident happened on the motorway close to the Portuguese border. The Spanish Civil Guard reported that the Lamborghini they were driving suffered a tyre blowout while overtaking another vehicle, causing it to veer off the road, flip and catch fire. No vehicles were involved and the crash resulted in the immediate deaths of both occupants in the vehicle, that being Jota and his brother. Of course, Jota's a well-known Premier League footballer that plays for Liverpool, but his brother is also a professional footballer as well. He plays in Portuguese second division, having made 59 league appearances since joining it in 2023.
What players do you enjoy watching and why?
My brother.
Yeah?
My brother plays in PNFL second division in Portugal. By far the one I most enjoy.
They was travelling in a Lamborghini believed to be the Hurricane Spider, valued at approximately £180,000 for top speed of 200 miles per hour and 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. Spanish authorities had put out information saying that after that tyre blowout, the car just burst into flames, igniting its surroundings. The intense fire left the vehicle shattered, marking the crash site. Video footage from a passing trucker and images from Spanish media showed the Lamborghini enfueled in flames with tyre skid marks indicating an attempt to brake before the crash. So you may be asking, why was Jota even on the road and where was he driving to? Jota was actually advised not to fly due to recent minor lung surgery and was driving from Porto, Portugal to Santander, Spain to catch a ferry back to the UK for Liverpool's pre-season training, set to begin July 8th, 2025.
Investigators are looking into obviously what happened to the tragedy. The car is capable of 200 miles an hour. It can go from 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. I only said that about 3.1 seconds ago. It costs just under £200,000. And this is what speed investigators are looking at. Because the car has been completely devastated in that fashion, they have to work out just how fast they were traveling.
It's just added to the context and made it that much more heartbreaking that he married his long-term partner on June 22nd, 2025, just 11 days before this accident. They had 3 young children as well, a son born in 2021 and 2 daughters born 2023 and 2024. A really sad situation. And when you hear the story behind his wife, she was his rock. He met her at high school in Porto in 2012 when he was 15. What began as a teenage friendship slowly became a lifelong partnership. From those early days of his rise in football, she was by his side through every move, from Porto all the way to Wolverhampton to Liverpool. As his career soured, she remained quite constant, supporting him through promotions, injuries, victories and the pressure of elite football. They moved to England together in 2017 and Jota often spoke of how Root was keeping him grounded. They preferred privacy over spotlight and sharing just small glimpses of their life. Over 13 years they built a beautiful family, 2 sons, a baby daughter born in November 2024. She's not even 1 yet. On the 22nd of June 2025, they finally got married in Porto. Called it a day we'd never forget. Just hours before the crash on July 3rd, she posted their wedding video of them smiling, dancing and full of love. Everyone talks about missing an amazing football player, but the reality is he has a life outside of that. He has a family that was heavily involved in supporting his career, but he's a family man too, and they're going to have to go through life now without their father around. It's a devastating story. We have seen the football world pull together like no other. Tributes were pouring in from local Liverpool fans and even Everton fans from a bit further down the road, a rival club in the area, just to show their support. And even his previous club, Wolves fans, were coming as well. The whole football world was getting behind this.
Just tell us how you're feeling right now, mate.
Terrible news. Obviously you wake up this morning and a young lad who's 28 who obviously plays for the football team in the doors passed away, and it's not even about football at this point. You know, you've got a young lad who was married 2 weeks ago and it's heartbreaking. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's an unbelievable footballer, but I imagine he's an even better person around his family, friends, and sadly his brother's passed away as well, so you can't even begin to imagine never mind what we feel, but what his missus and his kids must think. So it's just more thoughts and prayers with them rather than us as people. Do you know what I mean?
Does he feel like losing a family member?
Yeah. I mean, you can't say that for us. I mean, your family's everything, as it will be to them, but it's as close as you can get. I mean, you don't know the fella personally, but when you go and watch him week in, week out up and down the country, then you feel like you do know them. With every player who plays for us, you feel like you do. And I can imagine what the squad are going through and the families a lot more than what we feel. But as you say, it's just terrible.
What was your reaction this morning when you found out?
So you wake up and I went downstairs, funny enough, my mum was crying on the couch, which is shows a lot, doesn't it? But it's hard to put into words how you feel. It just there is no words to say about it. It's the first time it's ever happened for me, a player dying. I know what happened to the lad who played for Millwall last year, but again, it's just terrible, and it's going to take a while to get used to, especially coming to the ground next season and knowing that what you should have been here won't be, and I just hope the legacy carries on for him. I'd like to see the club retire the number as well if they could think about that. So
Liverpool actually announced that the number 20 shirt will be rightfully immortalised for his contributions to the club. Teammate Mohamed Salah said, "I'm truly lost for words. Until yesterday, I never thought there'd be something that would frighten me of going back to Liverpool after the break. Teammates come and go, but not like this. It's going to be extremely difficult to accept Diogo won't be there when I get back. My thoughts are with his wife, children, and of course his parents who have suddenly lost their children. Those close to him and his brother need all the support. They'll never be forgotten." We just really see the Liverpool community coming together as well, and chants and celebrations all over the city about his life. The tributes were amazing.
He's not from Portugal, Benfica, Portugal. Oh, he's not from Portugal.
A wake for Jota and his brother Andre's family began on Friday morning at a church in the brothers' hometown near Porto. The church told CNN it added the doors will be open to the public on Friday afternoon, and a funeral was set to take place on Saturday at 10 a.m. local time, the church had said.
Returning home, and as during his career, surrounded by applause. Diogo Jota left Portugal a talented teenager and became a champion for both club and country. But for these people, he was more than a footballer, a father of three, a family man.
This one just really hit me because this guy didn't have no easy come up. He had to work hard for everything he has. Many people have goals and things they'll get one day, and when he finally was enjoying the fruits of his labour over the last couple of years, it was cut short. It just makes you question everything, like, does it make sense at all? And this was a deep situation. This guy had an amazing story, and to make it to the top was such a good achievement.
The fact that you were still paying to play football when you were 16 and now you're playing for Liverpool. Do you look back, and if there was anything you could say to that 16-year-old, what would you have said?
It's hard, especially because I wasn't paying, my parents were, and that was I think I remember there was the hardest thing for me, because I could see like their struggle to get the money in the club, and I think that caused me like a debt that I will never pay them back. But obviously, I tried to do that, and I just remember that was one of my things to keep going and to never give up, because I trusted myself. But obviously, back then I never thought that this would be possible.
You come across as very grounded. Do you think that's due to having those kind of difficulties?
Yeah, I think so. In the end, each situation that you go through, it's like we spoke before, it's an experience that you need to learn from it. And when you are facing those kind of difficulties, I think that makes you a better person in the end.
And if you had any advice to a 16-year-old who's potentially wanting to become pro and is watching this now, what would you say?
Well, mainly to not give up. I think even when we are, like I was, playing in very low divisions, not just me, they can find loads of examples. It's always possible to reach the top. I think never give up is the main idea.
As I end this video, I just want to say my thoughts are with Jota's family and the football world and anyone that's affected. Rest in peace to Diogo Jota.